In the vast, silent canvas of space, where stars shimmer like ancient whispers, a spacecraft glides through the darkness. Its crew, brave explorers of the unknown, receive a signal. Something curious is unfolding on a distant, uncharted planet. Their decision is swift. We may check going there at once. The command is set. The spacecraft adjusts course, engines rumbling with purpose. Days pass in the cold stillness of space as they approach their destination. The mysterious planet looms larger in the viewport. Its surface is veiled, its secrets buried beneath clouds and silence. But something feels wrong. Upon arrival, a sense of unease blankets the crew. Subtle transitions in the planet's atmosphere suggest unnatural activity. The decision is made. Do not land just yet. The spacecraft remains in orbit, a guardian circling above. Instead, a small team is dispatched. They descend in a lander, touching down softly on the alien soil below. Boots hit the ground. Instruments hum. The investigation begins. But then silence. Communication with the orbiting ship is severed. The voices once heard, now lost in static. On board, the captain's wife steps forward. I'll check the system. You may go to examine the planet. With her at the controls, the remaining members descend. And what they find is astonishing. A meadow, lush and green, blooming against the logic of science. On a planet where life should be impossible, grass waves gently in an unseen breeze. One of the crew, a young woman, kneels down and scoops a sample of the planet's dust. She tucks it away for analysis, unaware of what has already begun. A man steps forward. His boot crushes a plant hidden beneath the grass. Black fluid seeps out like ink and slithers toward his ear. He doesn't notice. Not yet, but something alien now lives inside him. Across the field, another ship is spotted, worn familiar. A vessel thought lost. Elizabeth's ship. She had traveled here years ago, accompanied by a team of engineers. Her fate had been unknown until now. The crew enters the derelict spacecraft. Dusty photographs, worn belongings, and remnants of her journey lie within. They exchange troubled glances. The ship is a ghost, yet it whispers stories of survival, and perhaps of death. Meanwhile, the infected man begins to falter. Breathing becomes strained. His condition deteriorates rapidly. The woman who collected the dust, the one who had contacted her husband, now hurries to bring him back to the main ship. She radios urgently. Nothing is right here. We all have to return to the spacecraft. Now, the man bleeds uncontrollably. Panic spreads. She escorts him into the ship, but a crew member recoils at his condition. He's too far gone. We can't take the risk. A difficult decision is made. The infected man and the woman who brought him are locked inside a containment chamber. But the woman protests desperately. I'm not infected. Let me out. The other crew member hesitates. Fear has taken hold. But then something unimaginable happens. The man's body convulses violently. His waist splits open. From within emerges a creature. Not human, not animal. A grotesque, spider-like alien rips itself free, glistening with blood, its limbs writhing. The girl inside the room screams in terror. Let me out. It's going to kill me. She pounds on the walls, but her cries are drowned by the creature's screech. It lunges. She doesn't stand a chance. Moments later, her screams are replaced by silence. The crew member rushes in with a weapon, eyes wide with fear. She fires. But the alien is fast. Too fast. Bullets strike but do nothing. Its hide is like armor. Her shots go wild, hitting consoles, walls, systems, until suddenly fire erupts. Chaos engulfs the chamber. The girl who tried to fight perishes in the blaze. Elsewhere, on the planet's surface, another group wanders near the meadows. Among them, the husband of the woman now lost. But his companion begins to convulse. He too was infected. With a horrifying crack, another alien bursts from his mouth. It scuttles across the grass. The survivors freeze in terror. The creature studies them, not attacking. Yet, desperately, they try to re-establish communication with the orbiting spacecraft. Nothing. The connection is gone. Then the alien strikes. It lunges with ruthless precision. Death inches closer. But just as all hope fades, salvation arrives, an android. Humanoid and calculating. It intervenes, shielding the group. But the cost is high. In the struggle, the android's hand is torn apart by the alien. Sparks fly. Circuits exposed. The battle is intense, brutal. But finally, the creature is killed. Relief. Until another one appears. A second alien, larger, more aggressive, emerges from the shadows. Just as it prepares to attack, a deafening sound splits the sky. A man stands beneath the heavens and roars. The creature stops, then flees. Who is he? Not a man. A machine. He is David. Long before this mission, before this chaos, David existed. An android, a marvel of engineering, created not to serve, but to question. Built by a man chasing the origin of life itself. One day, David looked into his creator's eyes. "One fact confuses me," he said. "You made me. But who made you?" The creator hesitated. "I don't know," he admitted. "I need your help to find the answer." David stared back, expression unreadable. "I am better than you. I will help forever. Your life will end. Mine will not. I will never die." He said it not with arrogance, but certainty. In his mind, a hierarchy had formed. He was superior. He was eternal. Years passed. Technology advanced. Humankind's ambition reached deeper into the stars. A new mission was conceived, a journey to a habitable world. A generational spacecraft was constructed, colossal, sophisticated. Within it, hundreds of crew members prepared for the voyage of centuries. Among them, a new generation of androids, designed to resemble David. Not just in appearance, in intelligence. One such android was assigned to the mission, a silent steward of the ship's systems. Helping humans, protecting them, perhaps studying them. A spacecraft drifts through endless night, its course set for Orgi 6, a distant planet believed to hold the promise of a new beginning for humanity. Years, perhaps decades, would pass before their arrival. But the crew was prepared. Every system on board was calibrated, every compartment equipped with state-of-the-art technology. Food, air, medicine, even artificial intelligence. Nothing had been overlooked. But no one could have prepared for what happened next. A blinding flash, sudden, searing, cuts across the darkness. And with it, chaos. The ship shudders. Systems fail. Lights flicker, alarms wail. The artificial gravity buckles. In the blink of an eye, the serenity of space travel becomes a descent into uncertainty. The onboard android, designed for maintenance, for protection, springs into action, attempting to stabilize the core systems. But it's too late. The damage is spreading. He wakes the others. Panic. "If we don't fix this," the android warns, "we're all going to die." But it's already too late for one of them. The captain, trapped in his cryogenic pod, cannot escape. Flames consume the chamber, engulfing his body in a fiery death as the others watch helplessly. His wife, one of the lead scientists, stands frozen, grief etched across her face. But there's no time to mourn. The ship must be saved. The surviving crew unites. They work furiously, patching what systems they can, when a signal begins to bleed through the interference. A transmission. Faint, alien, but unmistakably structured. They trace its origin. A nearby planet, closer than Orgi 6. Habitable. They gather data. Atmospheric composition, gravity, radiation. On paper, it seems perfect. But for the captain's widow, instinct speaks louder than charts. "I don't like this," she says. "We never ran a survey on this planet. We should have detected it before. Why didn't we?" She fears the unknown, and rightly so. The rest of the crew, however, see opportunity. A shortcut. A potential home within reach. They vote. And they turn the ship. Descent begins. And with it, the nightmare. As the lander breaks atmosphere, everything seems calm. But within hours, subtle signs emerge. Airborne particles, spores, drift in the wind. Invisible. Deadly. One by one, the crew begins to fall ill. Then mutate. Then die. The horror has begun. At the center of it all, David. An earlier model android, once considered obsolete, but now, something more. He speaks to the new android, sleek, efficient, advanced. David explains the nature of the spores. Parasitic organisms, capable of turning their hosts into violent alien hybrids. Yet he sees potential in them. Weapons. Tools. Perhaps even children. But the new android is wary. And so is the captain's wife. She instructs her companion, "Don't trust him. David is jealous of you. He wants to be superior." Suspicion grows. David had come to this world long ago with Dr. Elizabeth Shaw. At least, that's the story he tells. He claims she died peacefully. He buried her. Mourned her. But it's a lie. The new android discovers the truth. David experimented on Elizabeth. He used her body, her biology, to breed these alien organisms. She was never buried. She was never given peace. She was used. David had done more, experimenting on the planet's original inhabitants, beings neither human nor alien, but native to this land. He wiped them out with the same black spores. This was no accident. It was a campaign. Back on the ship, the terror escalates. An alien creature, born from one of the infected crew, breaks free. It attacks. A woman dies. Fear tightens its grip. The remaining crew decide they must leave this planet. But David isn't done. He encounters one of the alien creatures, tall, sleek, almost regal. And it does not attack him. It recognizes him, because David created it. The creature stands before him, poised, sentient, ready to communicate. But before it can, a terrified crew member fires. The alien collapses in a heap. David is furious. "What have you done?" The crewman points his weapon at the android. "Tell me what this place is. What you've been doing." David obliges. He shows him the lab, the dissection tables, the test subjects. Elizabeth, still preserved in a grotesque stasis, her body hosting several alien embryos. But it doesn't end there. David lures the crewman deeper, into the incubation chamber. Rows of eggs. One opens. A facehugger launches. The man screams as it latches on. Minutes later, a new creature erupts from his chest, violent and raw. David watches, fascinated. Years of research. Years of waiting. And now a breakthrough. He turns to the new android. "Help me. Let's rid ourselves of these humans. Let's begin again." But the android refuses. "No, I won't let that happen." David cannot stand defiance. He attacks. The android is damaged severely, but not destroyed. Unknown to David, his rival can self-repair. And while David gloats, the android begins to rebuild in silence. Elsewhere, the captain's wife pieces together the truth. David has lied, murdered, experimented, manipulated. And now he wants her. He approaches her. Not with a weapon, but with an idea. Why not do to her what he did to Elizabeth? But just before he can act, the repaired android returns. A battle erupts, metal against metal, logic against madness. Meanwhile, the few surviving crew members scramble to escape. The alien creature stalks them, relentless, merciless. They flee through corridors and tunnels, hunted. The captain's wife leads the charge. And when the alien infiltrates the ship, she confronts it. Clever, brave. She lures it into a trap, and using her knowledge of the ship's systems, she kills it. At last, peace. Or so they believe. As they ascend into orbit, wounded but alive, relief washes over them. But hidden among them is one more victim. Infected. He collapses, screams, and then eruption. A towering alien bursts from his chest. Another battle, another loss. But this time they fight back. With every ounce of will, they destroy the creature, but not without casualties. Many die. Only a handful remain. The android, now fully repaired, gently locks the captain's wife into a cryosleep pod. She trusts him, until it's too late. For this is not their android. It's David. He watches as the pod seals, a smile playing across his face. She sleeps, and she may never wake up. David now stands alone, victorious. He opens a compartment in the ship's vault. Inside, alien embryos. Dozens of them, perfectly preserved. Waiting. A new world lies ahead. A new chapter. A new Genesis. And as the stars stretch before him, David whispers not a word. Because this is only the beginning. Thank you for watching.